Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome to On Track Tuesday. It is January 28th, 2025. Happy New Year to everybody. I haven't said that to you yet. This will be my first show since November, as I stated in the description. With the holidays and everything, I did not do an On Track Tuesday in December. So this is my first one back since Thanksgiving. And I don't remember if I did one. Yeah, I must have done one a week ago. So anyhow, hope everything sounds okay. All right, let's see what we got in here real quick. Curly Express. Hello, Curly. Ed White beat you. Tennessee River, Chris. Good evening. Thomas's Trains. Good evening, Thomas. Going to ride the 576 in Nashville. Well, Chris lives in Florida, so unless he's going up to Tennessee, probably not. Mom and son train rail fans, Tammy and Ray. Hi, David, on Chad. Have 5 or so hours left to get home from Massachusetts. Hope everyone's doing well. Yeah. Looks like you guys had a great time up there. Sorry I missed it this year. It really was kind of bumming. It's kind of what it is, unfortunately. So I turn these motors off. Let me see if I can do something here real quick. 2, 3, 5. Well, maybe it came down a little bit. Yeah. Trying to turn down the volume a little bit. I'll just do that. Turn them off. Let's see whether nasty out there yet, Tammy. It's snowing when we left at 9 a.m. Right here in Virginia. There you go. Thomas, I live in Tennessee. Yeah, just his layout is set there. Curly lives in a cornfield. Pappy has confirmed that. He does live in a cornfield. John Skokill. Good evening, John. Let's see what else we got here. Did you find out where the New York and Lake Erie Railroad is yet, John? Yep, 6-7 hours from him. Yeah, it's not horrible. I'll make a weekend out of it or something. Uh, 14 hours to get home still. Yeah. My last meet and greet, and I'm handing the reins over to you. There you go. Where's it going to be this year, Sparky? I don't know that we're anywhere really talking about it. Don't know if I'll make it or not. I guess it depends on where it's at. You know me, I like to go to those. I enjoy seeing you and all the guys and gals. Ray Bartleson, good evening. Yeah, they will. Joe Rader, good evening, Joe. Andy, good evening. Hot Dog Pilot. 300 miles from home. How long of a trip? Like, how many miles is it actually for you to go up there? You said, what is it, 14 hours? Is that right? I'll help you, Tammy, and they will come. Yeah, we'll show up. We'll be there. It's just a good time. Jim Tedesco, good evening, my friend. It's Jim on Thursday evenings at 6 or Third Rail Thursdays. Thank you. Kyle Stevens, I'm glad to see you got whatever it was figured out after you got those locomotives back from Scale Trains. That locomotive, I should say. Sometimes it's a simple mistake that you don't realize you even made, or what have you. So, anyways, glad to see you got them figured out. It looks like you. I just watched your video on the speed matching. Looks like you got them working pretty well together. So that's good. Yeah, Mandy. Yeah, guys, appreciate you hitting the like button on that. Oh my God, it's it. Show's over. Wigwag's in the house. Holy mackerel! How the hell have you been, buddy? I haven't seen him in so long. You work too much nowadays. I don't like it. He used to be in my morning show constantly on Thursday mornings, but now he's got to go into the office or has a meeting at that time, or I don't know, some silly excuse like work. I don't know. Well, good to see you, buddy. James, how you feeling, man? Good evening. Didn't sound good, or there was no sound. I am sure we all would tell you faster than a fly on. Yeah, well, eventually I would get to the comment like an hour later. But yeah. Hey, Brad, how you doing? Good to see you in here. Trying to go down through here. So I don't really have. I kind of have a topic. Kind of don't. Just and this topic has come up on many other channels and live streams, but just I've just been having a hard time staying motivated on this layout. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. I'll get an idea here and there. I'm going to show you a couple things I worked on over the weekend. There's a little Facebook post on it a couple of days back. I think maybe Sunday or Monday I put something up on Facebook. Just some photos. Next year we need to get a mansion and everyone stay in one house and make some all of it. There you go. There you go. I'm going to leave it there. Leave that there. My mind's going to bad places. Stormy Sky. How you guys doing? Yeah, just having a hard time. I was just talking to my wife about this, and with the old layout, I don't know if it's just because it was brand new. I hadn't been in the trains in 20 years. I was just getting started again, and I just was kind of like, I don't say surprising myself, but just kind of very amazed at the things I was able to do that I didn't think I'd be able to do with that layout. I'm not trying to sound all cocky or nothing like that, but I did. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. I built the layout, went off of a track plan, and just kind of winged it, I guess. I don't know if that's the right way to word it, but kind of did. 3D printing golden spike looks very good and accurate. Looks like the real one in Utah. Done well, Jim. I did a few shorts on the golden spike. Oh, I'll have to catch a couple of those. Don't get me started on YouTube. Same old stuff with them. Can't seem to. I don't know. Anyways, so what do you guys do to stay motivated? Like, it takes me forever to get an idea. Like, I feel like I did a good job on the old layout. Hey, Rick. Where was at a train show in Berea? You were at a train show? Saturday? I didn't hear about that. Wish I'd have known that. I'd have met up with you. But yeah, I mean, it was all like new and fresh and exciting, and I was just enjoying, doing scenery and all these things to the best of my ability at the time. And I don't know, one to New York and a New York and Lake Erie Railroad. Klondike, good evening. Nobody wants to see the shorts, Thomas. Better reword that. Reword that, man. 9 hours. Yeah, that's what it is to drive for me up to Springfield as well, Sparky. From Cleveland is about a 9 hour drive. Like I said, we took the train last year. It was 12 hours on the train, but I didn't have to drive. I was able to take naps and whatever. It was good. I enjoyed it. Decaf, in case you wonder. Gotta go to bed. Although they don't usually bother me. Yeah, pretty much, James. Right from the start, I'm behind. Look, about 5 minutes right now. Sparky got the same idea as me. There's Anthony. Hey, you got a video, man. Commented on it. Little update. Weathering's coming out nice. Nice. I'm sure you're only going to get better. It was good to begin with, but it's only going to get better, I'm sure, the more you do it. You definitely don't need an airbrush. I've gotten a little better with the airbrush, but, Hey, Dave and everyone is finally warming up this week, and next week, high 60s and 70s. Yeah, we got a heat wave up here, too. I think it was almost like low to mid 30s today. Last Tuesday was -8, -10, something like that. So, yeah, definitely a heat wave here as well. Scale trains have truck problems. Maybe. I don't know. I've been hearing, unfortunately, a lot of dissatisfaction there with scale trains lately. I don't know. As you guys know, I have sent some back over the summer or late summer, early fall. And they fixed all the issues, just the headache of having to send things back. I think anybody was able to figure it out. Just use your air. Yeah, well, originally, they had to put a new motor in it, which is ridiculous. A brand new locomotive, you got to put a motor in it, which is what happened to one of my AC 4400s. So I don't know what they're doing for quality control. I guess out of thousands and thousands of them, you're going to get some issues, but damn, that's kind of a big issue. It's not like a little part fell off. The motor's bad. So it's kind of like you pay $300 for these damn things. Wigwag, member for 16 months. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Good day. Doing okay. Road trip to Rapido and George's trains. All right. Good. I'm glad. Glad you're feeling better. BNSF CSX Bob. Hi, Bob. Good evening. Welcome. Hey, there's Pappy. Speaking of the devil. I'm just saying how you can confirm. You've been to Curly's place. You can confirm that he lives in a cornfield. So there you go. Hey, Dave, BNSF fans go, pull down media rabbit hole. Yeah, I know. And that's kind of my problem. Especially with the weather being so cold. And not that I had to go outside in the basement, but the basement gets kind of cold. I'm not going to lie. I have a little space heater now running kind of under the table here. I don't leave it running all the time, but when I'm down here, I turn it on. It helps a little bit, even though the furnace is right there in the other room. But it's a basement. It still gets a little cold in the winter. Floor's cold. Like my feet get cold, even though I have shoes on. Dave hit the 1,000 subscribers. You did, Lee? Or who hit? Hi, Dave. Oh, you hit the... Hi, Dave. Probably his comma. I hit the 1,000 subscribers. All right, well, congratulations, Lee. A little slow. Been a long day. Scott, I saw your video, too, man. It looks like a good-sized room you have there that you're going to... Assuming you're going to be starting to lay out in that room. Is that a garage or something? I missed that part. If it is, I missed that. Put Files, good evening. It frustrates you. Yeah, going back to what I was saying, though, Say, work on a layout 10, 15 minutes. If the bug don't catch, I try again tomorrow. Not in the groove, no sense to do it. And see, and that's kind of it too. I'm trying to think of something I want to start to do or an area I want to work. But a lot of times I'm not feeling it. I'm not getting the ideas. I'm not seeing the vision. So I don't know what that means. I don't know if it's not going the way I want it to. Should I switch things up? I don't know. I think my wife would kill me if I did that, like a major change or switch up. Absolutely. But, I have a couple of days off during the week usually, so, I could take advantage of those days. My wife works from home, but, she's working. So I'm not really taking away time from like her and I time or anything like that to do, doing things. And, but I just can't get motivated sometimes. And then some of it is, okay, I think I want to work on this, but I don't really have a good vision. I don't really know what direction I want to go. And then to drag all that mess out, and drag all your scenery materials out and all that, and then everything's all disarray. And then, I don't know, I don't know what my problem is, man. I really don't. Let's see, it was a USCO show, TCA show my friend had to get me in. Yeah. I was going to say, because the show in Maria is in October, which I missed. I didn't go to that one. Did we go to that one this year? You didn't meet me over there this year, did you? Midsummer Railway N scale. So I can't individually say hi to everybody. Chemo drug side effects make me spin out looking at the chat. Yeah, no worries, man. Thanks for popping in. I appreciate it. Yeah, don't worry about it, Greg. I'm just glad to have you in here. Get him, Floyd. Hi, Floyd. I don't know if I said hi to you or not. Bye, anyways. Hey, Wesley. Good to see you, buddy. I just need to take a break and reset. I know, but I feel like I've just been on break. You know what I mean? Like, and you can't, it's like to set a timetable or to set, I want to have this done by this day or by the end of the winter. It's never the best idea either. So I guess it's a good problem to have. I don't know. Hey, Steve. Same time, it's a little bit annoying because I want to make progress. I'm just not, ideas aren't coming, So I'm looking at other guys' videos and photos and prototypical stuff and just try to get ideas of how things should be laid out. But Chinese quality control, yeah. Oh, but it's definitely annoying, man. You you pay a lot of money for these things. Let's be honest. And I was kind of had a conversation with it was on the Scale Trains page on Facebook, and Randall Allison was in there, and him and I were kind of discussing the fact that a couple other guys too, just that Scale Trains really isn't doing much really doing any operator locomotives anymore. They're saying they don't have like a market for it. Dave, you watch Seaboard Central videos. He's an engineer for NS. Tim is his name, and his layout is Proto Freelance. Well, excuse me. That's kind of what I consider mine to be. Like I try to run things somewhat prototypical. Have things look like they should look. Kind of based in that area. Town names are real towns, but they're not set up as like real industries in that town. Just kind of my version of it. It's just to have some of that prototype feel. Locomotives, rail cars, I try to stay prototypically modern, that type of thing. But it's kind of proto-lanced as well. It's my version of it. I'm not trying to exactly model anything specific, really. Jim, 11 hours of print and golden spike. Yeah. Well, it's a big print. It's a tall print. Jim does good stuff, man. Jim's helped me out a ton with this printing. There you go. Clarification. It is 7:15, Dave. What time is it now? 7:20. Not too bad for me. 5 minutes. I might as well say I'm on time. Dinmore Junction. Hello. Good evening. Oh, Don, I definitely understand that it's upsetting to spend 250 to 350 on a brand new locomotive model and having problems, but think how many just one road number they make. Don't they have? Yeah. No, I mean that's true. That's what I'm saying. I mean they make thousands of these every run, so some issues are expected. But at the same time, I just feel like I've heard more guys have had issues. I don't know if it's all the companies or just specific to scale trains. I mean, you know me, guys. I love scale trains, and most of my locomotives, a good portion of them, are from scale trains. You know, hey Matt, how you doing, buddy? So I mean, I'm a fan of their product. I just, it's just a reality of the hobby, I guess. And unfortunately, I'm not. I'll work on other locomotives, other brands. When you get into like those higher end stuff like Genesis, the Rivet Counter Museum. I don't have a museum counter, but you know what I mean. The higher end stuff. This is way overly detailed. Man, you take the lid off and it's wires everywhere. I don't even know where to begin. So I'm going to send it back and let them play with it, especially when it's under warranty still. Let them do the work. Because if you do the work and you mess it up, they're going to null and void the warranty anyways. And I know you can't run it anyways because whatever's wrong with it's wrong with it. So you might as well just send it back to them, or it's just going to sit on the shelf collecting dust and you won't be able to use it. So make them do the work, especially if it's under warranty. If you buy it from them, it's automatically registered for 2 years. If you buy it from somebody else, like say Yankee Dabbler or somebody like that, you have to go on the Scale Train site, register the product, and ask you where you bought it from and all that in order to get the full 2-year warranty. When you buy it from them, it's automatically registered. That's what I was told by Shane. And I was questioning that at one point. Let's see. Did you fully light the 3x engine house? Yeah, it's lit. I mean, it's not hooked up now, but I mean, it's all wired up, and I tested it. It all works. One of these days, Jason, Train Freak, is doing some modifications. We've been kind of talking back and forth here the last few days on my second level because I'm just not happy with the way my intermodal yard is. So I'm trying to get it to be a little larger, or those are probably my longest trains. So okay, can't remember. So anyways, well, I'm using 300 as a rough number. They're getting even worse now. I mean, it's almost like the newest scale trains heritage units. I think are 309, 310. You might as well say American. And I've seen a lot of other companies, Athearn and such, that are pushing 350 and above. American easily. So you're going to build HO scale proto freelance and Seaboard Coastline, only do half of it. Post on the video of the building a workshop in February sometime. Art is set prototype. Yeah. Well, you obviously, like everyone, you have to condense your area. Get them, Floyd. But if you say you want to, I think you were talking about maybe doing like Waycross to Atlanta or something. I mean, you're going to have to condense that, obviously, but I mean, you could pick a few towns along that route, along your route in the layout, and, try to model that, even try to prototypically model that with the way you set the roads up and the type of buildings and industry and all that. A lot of guys do that. I'm not that good. I didn't want to get that specific. There's some more GP30s in Chessie, but rebuilt and painted after my time frame. Okay. I saw that too. They announced GP, or not GP, SD7s and 9s too. So yeah, I'm trying to get down through, guys. If I missed anybody, I'm sorry. I had a bit of a rough week last week. Good to come in here and chat with you guys. Oh, sorry to hear that. It's good to have you, though. Always good just to kind of relax and shoot the shit. Just worked a 12-hour shift. That was me yesterday. Did about 13 yesterday. CB Railroad NHO scale, Dave. Hi, Dave. Amherst was pretty mellow on Sunday, but Bernard was super busy. Yeah. Yeah. Sparky, did you not go this year? Or did you go? I know usually you go down there and help out Bernard. Hey, Greg, there's my buddy Greg. How are you, man? He's got a nice layout going on. He's in the process of building. Hey, there it is. Jason. As you know, I already mentioned you. Wooden building, concrete floor, particle board walls, and ceiling. That's okay. As long as it's, temperature controlled and watertight, good to go, man. Hey, Robert. Hey, nice run by with your dad's old Santa Fe unit or consist, passenger cars and everything. I had the privilege of saying I saw that run in person, so I'm glad that I was able to do that. So your dad run that in person, I should say. There's Nathan. What's going on, man? How you been? It is hard, man. It's hard. We got, for some reason, guys want the rivet counter. According to what they're saying, they're not getting their money on them. The operators, guys aren't buying them, which is a shame. My first two locomotives from them were two operator SD40s, CSX, ditch lights. And they're not all that detailed out or nothing, but they're detailed enough. And I'm going to go. Night all. See you in the next one. Yeah, that's okay, Lee. Have a good night. Thanks for coming in. You got electronics put in Dakota Buddy and Tsunami too. You can do that too. There's Chris. Some good videos by you too over the weekend, man. That was a cool veterans unit. From that short line. What is that? One of the orange ones. I don't know the name of them. You said the name, but I don't remember. It's like that Genesee, Wyoming, or whatever that company is. I know, I'm behind. I'm behind. I'm always behind. Oh, you too, Pappy? A2 Brute? You gonna stab me in the back too? They went to scratch builds, buildings, and train depots. May get someone to scratch build the Waycross Depot. Yeah, well, Wilmer actually does a good job of scratch building. He did a nice job on Roberts Depot. I don't know if he'd be up for it, though. Starters I use for free issue, so I don't get that option. Oh, to do the soundtracks. Hey, Ken. Good to see you, buddy. Vito's new C30s are $380. Oh, my God, yeah. I read it. Now I'm like 15 minutes behind. No, I'm not. 6 minutes. No, it's still 5 minutes. Feel a sneeze coming. As you get a WOW 101 Trying to think any thoughts. What is that? It was a Wow 101. What is my opinion on steampunk? I mean, it's kind of cool. It's all the mechanicals and stuff. Not something I would model or anything, but it's kind of cool. What movies were that? All that steampunk in? Was it Sherlock Holmes movies or something? I think a few years back. Oh, Wow Sound. Okay. Would be your second choice. I got Wow Sound in one switcher somewhere. An old blue box switcher. Not bad. Switcher itself is terrible, but the decoder's decent. Well, I was bought them on a whim. I wanted to try to put decoder and everything in it when I kind of early on when I first got back in. Started learning how to do that stuff, and that's another thing with the hobby. I kind of almost at times enjoy doing those kind of things almost more than the modeling aspect of it. And that's what I end up doing once I get like that brain fog and I'm not able to focus in on something. Like, what do I want to work on? What area? Do I want to just do some detailing or, scenery or what do I want to do? So I'm just having a hard time. And I think I put unrealistic. I think I was talking to Jason about this, as a matter of fact. I put almost unrealistic standards on myself. Like, I feel like I did a nice job on the old layout and learned a lot of things. My skill level was a little greater than it was at that time. So in my mind, I feel like I should be doing Model Railroad magazine scenes on this layout with everything I do. And it kind of almost keeps me from moving forward. I don't know how to explain it. Because in my mind, I'm not visualizing it, so it's not coming out the way I want it to. And so I just kind of don't do it. Don't do anything. This layout should be, I know it's a hobby, it's a lifelong hobby, but this layout really should be a lot further along than it is scenery-wise and things like that. Again, in my mind, maybe that's unrealistic, but I started this back in 21. I tore the old one down at the end of 20. 21 was busy. I did a lot of work in 21. Got everything in, all the bench work in, some of the second level. And that was more 22, I think, the second level. I think maybe just that piece of bench work behind me on that wall I had. Because I had to have that up in order to do the climb down. So I had to have a finishing platform for the climb. So that was probably the first piece of the second level that went in behind me there. With 21, I think it was by Christmas was my goal of 21 to have my main line running. And I think I might have had it in a little earlier, like more near Thanksgiving. Hey, Randall, just gonna be listening in the background for now. I was just talking about how you and I were having a little conversation with other guys too on Facebook, on one chat about how they're kind of getting away from the operator stuff. And I think it might have been Grandpa Rails that asked the question. Or somebody had asked it, he had asked it as well. Just like, when are they going to make more operator stuff, Playing around, maybe make more affordable again. I don't know. We'll see. I don't think it can make it any worse. What'd you miss? Oh, me addressing the 715 remark. Yeah. I become a YouTuber. Funny story. Friend of mine, Brian, the Lumberton Valley Railroad. I don't know. I think that's his new name of it. I remember what it was before. Started watching him. Got to talking with him, and he did not go. I didn't go either, obviously. To Amherst. And he's one of the first guys in the hobby that got to talking with and everything. And he hooked me up with a guy he used to do his track plan. And so I used him to do my track plan as well. And then we just became friends, me and Brian. And He's like, man, you should start a YouTube channel. And I'm like, I don't know, I'm kind of doing this for myself. He's like, yeah, but if nothing else, you're kind of chronicling it and you'll have it for yourself later, because it's on video and so on and so forth. And then slowly but surely, I got to know more and more of you guys and went to one of Sparky's first meet and greets at Steamtown. Like the year, I think might have been 2018, and then 2019 was the really big one he had out there. 2018 was good, but it was a little smaller, and then I don't know. Scale trains pre-order and folks selling units with the red and blue main. Hopefully no QC issues with them. The thing with scale trains is I do make good on it. Excuse me. If you do have issues, it's just annoying to have to send them back. They're generally fairly quick about getting them back to you. I'll never forget I've told the story before about the Atherms that I sent back. And it took me months and months. Like I think it was 3 or 4 months to get those 2 locomotives back. And then they still weren't right. And that's what actually made me decide I need to learn to work on these things. And so I did. And there's not everything. No, you're welcome. Man, am I behind. Hi, Mike. Deep Run Railroad. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how to do everything, but I could do some of the basic stuff, can install decoder. Jason, I actually farmed out that steam locomotive I had to him because it was a little more involved with the harness and everything like that. And I was getting frustrated with it and I didn't want to ruin it. So I paid him to do it and he did a great job. But, I'm not adding ditch light. Well, I've added ditch lights. I haven't really added like walkway lights and all that kind of stuff. But I've done some things. I added a beacon to the one CR&E locomotive. But the guys from New Model Company, Class 1 Model Works, and they have some super detailed boxcars, covered hoppers. Yeah, they've been up there the last couple years I've been up. I feel like I've seen them at Timonium as well, maybe Timonium. Yeah, they got some really nice detailed stuff. They started out, I think, with a depressed flat car. I believe was one of the first things that they had. First time running Dad's trains without crying. That's a tough one, Robert. I'm sorry, buddy. But that's good to hear. It gets a little easier. It never gets easy. It's a little easier. But yeah, we lost a good one there for sure. So area Waycross, Georgia is a former ACL depot. It's 4 tracks. These are some of the tracks, but the main line, except the main line and what prototype it used to be. Yeah, well, that's if you're modeling that era of a Atlantic coastline, then yeah, you would model it with the 4 tracks and all that, So just prototypical. Even if you're doing proto-lanced, you still kind of want to do, prototypical to that time era, I would think. Operator SD42s were amazing. I've got 4. Yeah, they were good. Quality, tough, ran nice, looked good. I mean, I'm guilty. I'm a little more with the rivet counter when it comes to the locomotives. New England Central. Okay, I couldn't remember what the name of it was, but that was really cool. Their veterans unit. Model train reviews. Welcome. Like the operator, rivet counters have too much detail parts to break. Well, that's true. That's very true. You gotta be very careful with them. Why'd you put a decoder, buddy? Nowadays, with most are quick plug. ESU has something in their programming that does not allow you to access all of the light functions. If you just drop a 21 pin plug-in from Soundtracks or whoever else, they locked some things, I believe. According to what George, what George was explaining to me the one time I asked, and I know Jason has said the same thing. Yeah, well, I wish they would have done Jeep 9s and Jeep 7s instead of STs. 4 axles instead of 6 axles. They got so many 6 axle locomotives already. Hey, Canadian Locomotive Logistics, hello, welcome in. That's okay, just popping in, no biggie. Appreciate it. I know it's late on a Tuesday. Just join. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. And you'll find if you come back, you'll find I'm always behind. I don't know what it is. I get to talking, I get to talk with my hands, I quit scrolling, and then I get behind trying to answer questions and all that stuff. They may get Jason to do prototype track plan of Waycross. Used to be. Yeah. And make sure you use the savings discount, Crooked Savings, when you email them. You get 10% off track plans and decoder installs. So, yeah, absolutely. Jason's a sponsor of Crooked River and Eastern. So definitely take advantage of that code. All right, Rodney, how you been, man? Long time. Am I going to do a scratch build contest? Probably never. Probably never. I'm not much of a scratcher. I'll show you something I did scratch build here in a little bit. Probably real soon because starting to get later and later. I'll show you what I have been working on anyways. Happy to get in this locomotive. Me, I got 3. I got I got 2 Gevos, the Tier 4s. At scale trains getting worked on. As speaking of that, and then I got a high hood, top hat they call it. Is that Dash 9? I don't know. I got a dummy Jeep up there too. Jeep 40 maybe. Got that off of Homer. It's an old blue box dummy. Because I didn't have any NS. He said, "Hey, you need to have an NS locomotive," so he gave me that. Let's see, last night on Classic Model Trains, Ron is in favor of fantasy paint, where I'm in favor of weathering. I am not a fan of the fantasy schemes. I know that's another thing. A lot of guys they like that hypotypical, I think is what Scale Trains calls it. I don't know. I'm just not. I don't know why. I'm not. If you are, that's awesome. And that's the beautiful thing with this hobby. You do you. Just not my thing, man. Submit some of your photos to Cowcatcher magazine. I know you told me to do that a couple times. One of these years. CLL, do you have any NS units? LOL, yeah. Do you have anything other than NS units? Which you should ask him. Sorry, guys. Trying to get sick. I'm not trying to get sick. It's trying to get me. I keep fighting it. Damn it. I'm not going to let it. Split Rock. How you doing, Thomas? You haven't seen any notifications for you at all. I don't know if you haven't done anything lately or posted anything or just YouTube. They're killing me over here, man. Maybe you should have started. I'm talking about my layout. Yeah. Well, my first layout was smaller. It was 19 by 11. Then I was able, when my son graduated and moved out, I ended up getting another 10 by 10 L onto that. Instead of just, sometimes I regret it, sometimes I don't, because there was enough issues with that layout I wasn't happy with. So I figured it would just be easier to start from scratch and build it instead of trying to add on to it. Not sure if that was a good thing or a bad thing. It is what it is. I'm not changing that. So I did start smaller. I think it's more of a unrealistic expectation I'm putting on myself that I should be doing higher quality work than what I'm doing. It sounds stupid to even say it out loud based off of where I was. And then, honestly, guys, and you've all commented on the bridge scene and the river scene, and thank you. I appreciate the hell out of that. And I agree. I was very pleased and very surprised by how well I did with that. I really kind of shocked myself. But now it's I got to top that, or at least be at that level or higher, and it's stupid, I know. Hey, Todd. What's going on, man? started in 21 and I'm just one tree in has green scenery. Yeah. Okay. I get it. I get your point. And that's what I mean. Sometimes when I actually say things out loud, they sound silly. I mean, this is like a very good problem to have, I guess. I'm very fortunate to have the space and the layout that I have. And these are, like I said, more expectations or limitations I'm putting on myself. And unnecessarily, too. What do you think I feel about my layout? I should have way more done and more of a crisper look, but yet here I am languishing. Yeah. Yeah, but you've torn yours down a lot and restarted. And even if you hadn't totally restarted, you've torn down complete areas. I know you've probably restarted at least twice since I've known you. When did I get into this? 2017, I think I got in with the old layout. And you and I got to talking not too long after that. You're one of the first guys I met in the hobby. Sparky, you were pretty much when I was really pretty new. You were one of the first ones as well. And it's so funny, Sparky, because you were such a influence in the hobby, a good influence in the hobby. And it just boggles my mind, but it makes me chuckle because such an unfortunate event that happened to you with that flood really kind of helped propel you further and faster, I think, in a good way. And that's awesome. That's how I first came across your videos. Because whatever the title was of it, just, let's help our good friend Sparky, whatever. Then it went in the whole thing with the flood. And it's just crazy how some things happen to work out. I would say hi, but I'm not sure if that is a 15-minute old comment or I have to wait 15 minutes for Dave to say hi to you first. I am so confused. Okay, I take it all back. I don't know, man. And you've helped a lot of guys, myself included. You're very generous with your time, even your money. Just your commenting, your promoting of channels, just everything, man. I don't know. It's a lot of guys in this hobby are like that. And it's just a great hobby. It's a great group of guys we have. I just wanted to say that, though, man. And I think you know why I'm bringing that up without bringing it up. I think a lot of guys in here know. But just know that, you're a good guy, man. Oh, okay. Okay, Jason. Okay. Linda, I actually say hi to you. I don't know. I know I clicked you up there, but hello. 20 minutes later. We make most engines operate just without the bells and whistles. Yeah. I just don't think they're selling, according to what I've been hearing. It's mind block. I am guilty of the same dilemma in Arizona, an entire bedroom layout in front room. Yeah, I have been there, Dave. Yeah. I need dinner. See you all later. Happy railroading. Yep. All right, Robert. Thanks for coming in. It's probably already on dessert by now. It is Model Train Reviews. It really is. I don't know. I'm blanking on your name. I don't know. Was it? It is a pain in the ass. It really is. Hey, Joe DeLuso. Yeah, it looks great, but remember, you got time. Take a step back if you have to and run trains. It'll come to you. Yeah, I do. I come down here, run trains, and tinker with things, and I'm not getting rid of the trains. I'm not, nothing like that. I just sometimes I feel like I should be a little further than where I am, and again, it's just my own expectations and limitations I'm putting on myself. Hey, there's Stu Structures. There's a guy you want to have a scratch build contest, hold a scratch build contest. Vinny used to do that. I don't know if it was scratch building or if it was just buying a kit. They had that contest a couple years in a row. What was the name of that contest? Sparky, I think you were in it a couple times. I was never in it. Genesis model I need to work on. It'd be a great learning tool. Yeah. It's good to learn how to know how to do some basic stuff at least, some troubleshooting, know how to do a little bit of soldering, those are all good skills to have in this hobby. Get a real paid scheme for Amtrak. Everyone, if you get an Athearn with Tsunami 2 or Economy, go to SoundTracks, download its user guide. It will come in handy because Athearn doesn't send enough documentation. True. I think it's pretty common with like Scout trains as well. They don't send enough. A couple basic like CVs, but not like anything really detailed. You have to kind of go in on the websites. Yeah, I feel like that's true, Sparky. Now, me, I would love to see a CSX GP40-3 with the square cab, a SpongeBob cab. Let the co-host with anyone for a live stream. Drop me a message, Western time zone. Oh, okay. I used to bring guys up a lot more, but I'm kind of trying to stay closer to that hour. And when, especially like tonight, I work early on Wednesday morning, so once in a while, we just go up randomly on a Friday or Saturday. I know Artie was up on, he does his stream on Saturdays. Well, sometimes he does. I don't know. I think it's Anthony Dodge's stream more so than Artie's. But that's okay. I like Anthony too. Issue design the main boards. Let's go. Here we go. This is 10 minutes behind. Yeah. You're right, Anthony just sent me a text slapping me. Snap out of it and quit putting all those expectations on myself. 440. For you, it is. 440 is about when I have to, well, I get up about 4 a.m. So, is that Conrail coal car I gave you? Is it working well? Is a lifelike? Yeah, that's another thing. I was watching somebody, just some random person. I ended up subscribing to him. Wasn't subscribed to him, just a random recommendation. And it was an old video. It was probably like 5 years old. But just talking about upgrading the old Tyco and Bachmann and lifelike, train set cars, to metal wheels and body mounted couplers and that. And it was pretty interesting. I like watching stuff like that sometimes. Back again. Blood pressure is flaring up again. Oh no, that's not good, Randall. Dave, you know any way that can scratch build actual building from a photo? I think that DJ train scratch build. DJ does a lot of scratch building. He just did a video the other day. I watched it. Scratch building on this new N scale closet door, or not closet, but door, door layout he's doing. CLO got the best units. Yeah, because you're a Norfolk Southern guy, that's why. YouTube and YouTube are not getting along. Yeah, they're kind of. I get all these weird recommendations. I watch a lot of stuff, guys, and not just trains. I watch a lot of other things. But I feel like I'm not getting much at all for like notifications on the train stuff. Do structures builds from photos. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of agree. Yeah, and that's a good point, Stormy Sky. Just make a small goal. User guide. There's a couple different guides, right, Jason? One's a user guide, one is a like a technical guide, like if you're doing installs for the different CVs and all that, kind of programming that. There, go to support documentation, click decoder type, you should see it there. Structure builds. Now, you scratch building split rock, or are you doing the kit or kit bashing? Or I feel like I shouldn't scratch build anymore because I don't want to. Put space in my basement. I'm going to make more trains. Need more practice. Come to his house. Structures. I'll get to that eventually. Just finish all the trackage at Hickory Ridge. Need to ballast it. Somebody test me for civil. Oh, for your badge for that. For your master modeler. Hey, Mike. Thanks for the comments. Mike, I apologize. I never said hi to you. So you won't even hear this because you're gone already, but hi and bye. I was a teenager when I found Sparky on YouTube, probably like 15 or something. They're 25 almost. Yeah. We've been around a long time, Nathan. Both of us. Sparky been around longer than us. Tom's Trains got me over 100 sub home the first time I attended his live stream. Yeah. Like I said, he's definitely been helpful to a lot of us. World's greatest hobby. 5 years for your channel. In May. No, Thomas, I can't. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not my thing, man. I very rarely do I rail fan listen with other guys. I don't just go down to the tracks. There's really no tracks around me that are that close. And every rail spike's gonna look the same to me. I wouldn't know the difference, anyways. So I'll build something from what we have out of scratch and donate them to Crooked Dave to use on his upper level. Just an idea. Yeah. Appreciate the thought, man. All right, let's see. I'm trying to calm down, Randall. Calm down. Hey, Monsville Railway. Morning. Good time. Have a great evening. Okay, Jason. Talk to you later. Yeah, he is. And then maybe that's something too, where it's like, man, that guy's, of course, he's retired too. You know, that's another thing. I do have more time off than a lot of guys do, but I'm still not retired. So, but even though I have the time off, like I'm saying, I'm not focusing, I'm not feeling things because I have time. It's not that I don't have time to do stuff. Yeah, it's early, man. You sure did. You did a good job on that too, man. Sparky, yeah. He sure is. Yeah, well, you better get that checked out. I'm sure you will, but some guys just got a knack for it, man. I don't know. I do and I don't. I do some minor stuff and some kit bashing and that, but nothing like just off the top of my mind and just from a photo and that kind of thing. Sparky's your number one fan. Yeah, I was just thinking, I wonder if that's kind of what you got going on. All right, let me, now that it's 8 o'clock, but I wanted to show off a couple things here. Camera am I using? All right. So this is one of the things I've been working on. It's the entrance into my co-op. Scratch built this. This is a scratch build, this little house. This is all like Pike stuff, siding and stuff. Um, and these are windows and doors from, I don't know. Some of it was Pike stuff. Some of it was, Walthers or whatever. So it's kind of a combination kit bash / scratch build, I guess. So I put that on there, a little guardhouse at the entrance and exit of the co-op. I did that over the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. I was working on that. Follow-up appointment on Thursday. I'm wondering if anxiety. It could be anxiety. Split time with work, family, trains, radio control, car racing, also Dawson house chores. Yeah, that's a lot of stuff. So yeah, that working out nice here. I wish I had the camera on the other side of it, front side of it, but I didn't put it there. And then over here, the crossing, I put in some signage, put in some road stripes, highways and byways. Made these stop signs, low clearance sign finally up on the bridge there, because it really is low clearance. Like these trucks fit. The grain trucks are shorter; they fit. But like your 13.6 trucks aren't going to fit. Tall trailers and your up and down sleeper cabs and stuff won't fit. Thanks, Nathan. All right, Randall. We'll keep us updated. Hope you're feeling better, man. And make sure you do get that checked out. Hey, Twisted MacGyver Trains. How you doing? Good evening. Coming in right at the end here. I finally got caught up on the chat. Now it's now it's time. Floyd, I don't know what's the sign with the Mega Millions. That's a sign, a billboard from Walthers. And then I printed that sign out off of a photo, put it in the Word. That's something I want to, that's a whole nother subject, but I need to get better because I want to actually make some signs for some of these businesses I have, like where I actually create the signage, create the name of the, and that I'm having some issues learning. So, all these little signs, the stop sign and the diamond there says 12'6". Can't really read it. It says 12'6". And then over there it says a little clearance on the bridge under the ND in the Chesapeake, Ohio. Those are all 3D prints that Jim Tedesco kind of designed for me. Stop signs and that. And then all those are is paper. I didn't do decals. I just did it on paper, printed them out on my printer. I found pictures of stop signs and put them in a Word and shrunk them down and then printed them. So, and then the crossbucks are from my son. He got me those for Christmas. And this train should be coming by here pretty soon. You probably heard the bells going off and everything. They do make a version. This is from We Honest, that Chinese company. But they work out real nice. They look real nice. Pretty prototypical, I think. They do make a version that has servos and crossing gates that comes down. It's about $100. There you go. There's a couple heritage units for you. A little more up close. Hey, PKNW Bob. How you doing, Bob? Yeah, but Jim made the designed those little signs and stuff, and then he sent me the file, and I 3D printed them and painted them up, and drilled the holes in the plywood and put them in, planted them. There's a little mixed freight for you guys. Picked these couple of cars up. Scout Trains just had an end of the year, beginning of the year sale. These are rivet counters. They were half off, so they were $29 a piece. It was like $30 a piece, compared to $60. So I thought that was a pretty good deal. So for my birthday, the wife let me get a couple of those. So that's kind of cool. Awesome looking. Hey, Ron, how you doing? New Haven Rounds. Yeah, I missed you this year. I didn't get up there. Thanks, Floyd. Let me go back to my ugly mug. So I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not, but yeah, I just took and printed it. Found them on the internet and printed them out. Kind of what do you call it? Focusing. And printed them out. I had to shrink them down and print them out. I just took the let's see, I got them here. I got a bunch of them. I got them all in this little block of foam, but I got some, just different signs, do not enter signs and no parking. I think one of them's a bus depot, so I had the bus stops. Yeah, these are bus stop ones on the end. Stop signs, yield signs. And then I got some of these are, I got just some poles I've printed out. And these are, this with the low clearance sign. I put that on that. Yeah, it's one of those things. That's one of the things I wanted the resin printer for, was to do stuff like that. Save you a few bucks on some of those detail parts, Yeah, thanks, Jim. Appreciate it, man. Hey, Andy, how you doing, man? I haven't seen much from you lately, man, unless I'm not getting the notifications on your channel. It's time for you to get back in the train room, man. So, anyways, guys, with that being said, I know it was kind of behind 5 minutes or so all night long, but that's just the way I am. Thank you. Twisted MacGyver, thank you. And that's what I'm saying. I think for some reason I'm making this harder than it has to be on myself. I don't know why I'm doing that, but how did the attendance compare to last year's? Let's see, probably the second best ever. I know last year was pretty big. The year before they had snow, I think. Like snow, they kept people from coming. Been at a horse show. Yeah, I feel like you're at a lot of those. Dealers are selling out on the first day. Oh, thanks, Floyd. Looks light on the live show or live view. Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, I'm kind of bumming I didn't go, but it ends up being an expensive weekend. And I'm not talking about buying trains. I'm talking about just the whole trip, the hotel and the travel and all that, and eating, because, you got to eat. But well, I appreciate you coming in, Bob. That's okay. You're late. I was late too. Not late starting, but I was late, behind and late the whole show. All right, all Dave, don't be so hard on yourself. Don't forget to come by and sub to my new channel. Yeah, he had an issue with YouTube, so I think his other channel is still up, but he's got one channel has like around 500 some subs, and the other one's under 100, I think, still. So if you guys don't mind, go check his channel out. If you like what you see, go ahead and subscribe to Chris again. Especially if you already were subscribed to his old channel, come on over, subscribe to the new one. You know how YouTube does their nonsense. Okay, YouTube Lawnsville, thanks for coming in. Sell the horses, buy more trains. I think those are his wife's horses. I don't know if he can sell those. He kind of have a fight on his hands, I think. 45 miles from Springfield, never been to the show. Yeah, I was kind of hoping I'd meet up with you last year or even the year before. Those are the only 2 years I've been to it, and I enjoyed it. All the money, you said, yeah. I'm one of those guys that a lot of times, if I don't have anything in mind or I don't see something that I really, really want, it's got to be one hell of a deal or something I think I can make use of. I'm not just buying a bunch of stuff usually. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's a good point too. I mean, to go to it every year would get expensive and get maybe a little old, but the hard thing about that show is once you've been to that show and you see the massive size of it, every other show is kind of like small, like not as good. I don't know if good is the right word. I do enjoy going to Timonium. I've never been to the October show. That's supposed to be the really big one down there. I've been able to go to the one in April. I think it's early May this year. Yeah, Chris, what's the new link? Pop a link up there, man. I want to say it's still the same name. I could be wrong. See if I can find a link to it. Over there. Paste that. Try that, see if that link will work. Yeah, that's true. Hey, Rusty. Yeah, I mean, I buy stuff. Don't get me wrong. I'm not lying. I'm not going to lie. But if I knew you were going to be in here, I would have ran that loco. I didn't know you were coming. Yeah, that's one of my favorite things is getting to meet up with guys, meet guys I know, guys I haven't met yet. It's all kind of fun. So I go for the buys or to look at the layouts. I go more for the buys, to be honest with you, more for the vendors to see what's there, see what deals I can get. But I do enjoy the layouts as well, Yeah. Fine Western Maryland Ballast hoppers for 42. Brand new. Oh, that's a good price. Just subscribe to Chris. All right, cool. I appreciate that. Sunday wasn't as busy as Saturday. Usually is Ron, and I got to chat with George from Soundtracks and Denny. Not raising my voice to hear each other. Yeah. Yeah, I got to actually in August. I got to actually go to Soundtracks. We were in Durango, Colorado. So last minute, I got a hold of George. Didn't get to spend a lot of time, but he did take a few minutes and let me come in the building, and he showed me around a little bit and explained how the operation works. Showed me the different machines. It was all behind like glass because of dust and everything. So I guess you got to go in there in like white suits and all that for dust and whatever. That's fine. I was just glad to see him, number one. I've met him before at shows, but and just see how it all works and just see all the stuff behind the glass, and it's pretty neat. I don't know if you can hear the bell for that crossing. You can turn that up, turn it down. There's actually a couple of different sounds, a couple of different bells, And there's actually one that sounds like either farm animals, and I think there's one that sounds like maybe birds or something. There's like really weird sounds. That's kind of what I thought they sounded like to me, anyways. And I guess if I wanted to do that, I could do that, right? But you can turn the volume down, which I might end up doing because, once I get more of those on the layout, I like the bells, so I'm going to probably buy them with bells. And I think it'll get a little annoying after a while, constantly going off like every crossing it goes to, So, and you can change the time that it goes off too. Like once it passes the sensor, you could keep it on longer or shorter. Check it out, New Haven. Look forward to that video. Our new layout from Wisconsin was there and took Best in Show filmed. So we'll drop a video. Oh, cool. It is fun meeting up with other channels. And I'd love, hopefully maybe this summer we can work something out where I get to meet you guys. Next to the lake. Well, they had a Lego layout there last year. I don't know if it was the same people or not, but it was pretty cool. Not really my thing, but it was cool to look at. It wouldn't be something I would model, but it was pretty neat. All right, guys. I'm going to go. I'm going to get to bed here shortly. So I need to kind of wind down and, that kind of thing. But do appreciate you coming in. I think there was 53 in here at one point, so I appreciate that. Well, the bells, yeah. I was watching this. Sometimes I'll watch my show back just to see how it came off, things I can improve on. I always feel like the volume or I don't know. I'm just not crazy about the voice, the sound. I don't know what to do about it. I need a better microphone. This is just a cheap one from China. It's an external microphone, but it's a cheapy one, nothing fancy. I actually put the little thing on it here, kind of mute it a little bit. This time I visited Amherst, it was 10 years ago when I lived in my home state of Connecticut. 30-minute drive from where I live now, here in North Carolina. Yeah. I'm surprised there's not more down in the South, like Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina. Like as far as train stuff goes, a lot of trains run down through there. Okay, Andy, you take care, man. Good to see you. Be looking for some videos, man. I miss all the good rock and roll in the background. All right, thanks, Pappy. You too. Appreciate it. Pappy did put a little blurb up on his channel. I'm at just over 2,800 subscribers, guys. I'm hoping to hit 3,000, this year sometime. Yeah, thanks, Ron. Maybe it's just when I watch it back on the TV, it sounds kind of funny. Yeah, I'm on it. All right, good. All right, well, thank you. So this show, I don't know if you're aware of Model Train Reviews. So there's 4 different guys that do this show. So I do the 4th Tuesday. You got Indian Head Valley Railroad, Wilmer. It's the first week. Tony Redbird Tony is the second week. But he's been kind of out of commission, though. I don't know when he's coming back. 3rd week is Robert the Flying Crow, and then I do the 4th week. If there's a 5th week, we either have a special guest or we all try to go up together, try to do something different on that 5th week. So, show in May at the North Carolina Transportation Museum. Well, there you go. All right, Joe. Good night. Good night to everybody. So it'll be Wilmer next week. I will not be doing my morning show. I do a Thursday morning show, 9 a.m. On every first, second, third weeks. The 4th week, because of this show, I don't usually do the Thursday show. Just a lot in a week. There's only so much Crooked Dave you could take in a week, man. You're going to have a little bit of a break. Going to be a week in between. So, yeah, I won't see you Thursday, but maybe I'll catch you on Jim's channel, Jim Tedesco at 6 p.m. I think Tammy and Ray are doing the cab crew tomorrow night. I think that's at 8 o'clock. So check out Tammy and Ray's channel. And There was somebody on Thursday night after Cav or after Jim on Thursday nights. One of the Canadians, one of those Canucks up there. I don't know who it is this week though. Chris or Mark. Do you know who it is, James? Go via, go home. Is it the yeah. Go via, go home, yeah. Chris. All right, so that'd be Thursday. And I think he does it at 8 o'clock. So after Jim Tedesco, head over there. Jim will go on all night if you let him. You got to stop him. So just spend a couple hours with Jim, then head over there. And you can come back when he's done, and Jim will still be on ranting. Just kidding, Jim. Love you, buddy. All right, really, for real, I'm going. I'm leaving. Thank you, guys. Have a great night. Have a great week. I'll catch you next Thursday morning, 9 a.m. Maybe I'll throw a video or something up. Maybe do a little more, like a video just showing that area there. Maybe I'll do a little more work on during this week. Then maybe this weekend I'll throw up a video on what I've done. So give you a little more close-up views of it. So anyways, it wasn't a lot of work, but I feel a little accomplished anyways, because I did do some work. So I guess that's the name of the game, little by little, right? So you guys take it easy. Talk to you next time. Bye for now.